Welcome everyone to the Dr. Nguyen YouTube channel. Today, we delve into an intriguing topic that many expecting parents often ponder. Trying to conceive a baby boy, what is the best method? We're going to take a deep dive into this question, exploring common misconceptions, the science behind gender determination, and whether it's possible to influence your baby's gender. We'll also share some tips for a healthy pregnancy, so stay with us as we explore this fascinating subject. First, let us debunk some common misconceptions about conceiving a baby boy. You may have heard a plethora of old wives' tales, pseudoscience, and other misinformation. Well, we're here to set the record straight. One of the most prevalent myths is the timing of intercourse in relation to ovulation. Some believe that having intercourse on the day of ovulation increases the chances of conceiving a boy. However, this is a myth. The timing of intercourse does not influence the baby's gender. Another common misconception is the position during intercourse. The belief is that certain positions during intercourse are more likely to conceive a boy. Again, this is a myth. The position during intercourse has no bearing on the gender of the baby. Diet is another area riddled with misconceptions. Some say that a diet rich in potassium and sodium can increase the chances of having a boy. While a balanced diet is crucial for a healthy pregnancy, there's no scientific evidence to suggest that what you eat can determine the gender of your baby. Then we have the ancient Chinese gender predictor chart, a tool that supposedly predicts the gender of your baby based on the mother's lunar age and the lunar month of conception. However, it's important to note that this chart has no scientific backing and should be taken with a grain of salt. Finally, there's the misconception around the moon phases. Some cultures believe that conceiving during certain moon phases can result in a baby boy. Again, this is purely folklore. The phase of the moon has no influence on the sex of the baby. These myths and misconceptions, while intriguing, are not based on scientific fact. They have been perpetuated over generations, causing many to believe in their validity. However, the truth is that the sex of a baby is determined by the father's sperm. The one carrying an X chromosome will lead to a girl, and the one carrying a Y chromosome will lead to a boy. Now that we've cleared those misconceptions, let's move on to the scientific facts. Understanding the science behind gender determination is vital when considering how to conceive a baby boy. Let's start with the basics, shall we? In the human genetic code, there are two sex chromosomes, X and Y. Women typically have two X chromosomes represented as XX, while men have one X and one Y chromosome represented as XY. Each parent contributes one sex chromosome to the baby. The mother with her two X chromosomes can only provide an X. The father, on the other hand, can contribute either an X or a Y chromosome. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If the father contributes an X chromosome, it pairs with the mother's X chromosome, and the baby will be a girl with an XX combination. If the father contributes a Y chromosome, it pairs with the mother's X chromosome, and the baby will be a boy with an XY combination. So, you might be thinking, it's all up to the father's sperm, right? In a way, yes. The gender of a baby is technically determined by whether an X or a Y sperm from the father fertilizes the egg. But here's a fascinating fact. Males produce roughly equal amounts of X and Y sperm. That's why, worldwide, the sex ratio at birth is approximately 1-to-1. Nature has its own way of maintaining balance. In the grand scheme of things, Mother Nature plays her part quite fairly, doesn't she? However, it's also important to note that while the father's sperm does determine the baby's gender, there are many factors that influence which sperm succeeds in fertilizing the egg. These factors range from the timing of intercourse to the pH level of the female reproductive tract. So while it's clear that the father's sperm determines the sex of a baby, it's not quite as simple as flipping a coin. The journey of conception is a complex dance between biology and environment. This understanding lays the groundwork for our next discussion on influencing gender during conception. So, the burning question remains, can you influence the baby's gender? The answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. Over the years, there have been numerous scientific studies conducted to explore this very question. Let's dive into some of these findings. One popular theory is related to timing intercourse with ovulation. The idea is that Y chromosome sperm, which result in a boy, swim faster but don't live as long. Therefore, if you have intercourse closer to ovulation, when the egg is released, these faster swimmers may reach the egg first. This theory, however, is not universally accepted, and the scientific community remains divided on its validity. Then there's the Shettles method, named after Dr. Landrum Shettles, who believed that the timing of intercourse along with the position and pH levels could influence the baby's gender. According to Shettles, having intercourse as close to ovulation as possible and choosing certain positions could increase the chances of having a boy. However, it's important to note that the Shettles method has been widely criticized and isn't backed by scientific consensus. There have also been studies exploring the effects of diet and even the moon's phases on determining a baby's gender, but again, these theories are not universally accepted and should be taken with a grain of salt. What does this all mean? Essentially, while it's fascinating to explore these theories and methods, none offer a surefire way to influence the gender of your baby. The sex of a baby is determined by the sperm that fertilizes the egg, a process that, at this point, cannot be influenced with absolute certainty. While these methods have their proponents, it's important to remember there's no guaranteed method to conceive a baby boy. The most important thing is a healthy baby and a healthy pregnancy. So whether you're hoping for a boy or a girl, remember to focus on maintaining a healthy lifestyle and enjoying the journey of parenthood. Regardless of your baby's gender, a healthy pregnancy is the ultimate goal. So let's dive into some general tips to help you achieve just that. First, let's talk about nutrition. Proper nutrition is crucial during pregnancy. The saying "eating for two" isn't an invitation to double your calorie intake, but rather to focus on consuming nutrient-dense foods. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Also, don't forget about hydration. Drinking plenty of water helps to maintain the amniotic fluid levels and aids in digestion. Next, we move on to exercise. Regular, moderate exercise can help you maintain a healthy weight, improve circulation, boost mood, and even aid in labor and recovery post-birth. But remember, it's not about pushing your limits. Listen to your body and adjust your activities as needed. Always consult with your healthcare provider before starting or continuing an exercise regime during pregnancy. Now, on to prenatal care. Regular prenatal checkups are vital to monitor both your health and the development of your baby. These appointments are not just about the physical checkups but also about providing you with information and support. Don't hesitate to ask questions or express concerns to your healthcare provider. They're there to guide you through this incredible journey. It's also important to note that mental health is just as crucial as physical health during pregnancy. Stress can have a direct impact on your well-being and potentially on your baby's development. Seek out support from loved ones or professionals. Practice stress-reducing activities and keep open lines of communication with your healthcare provider about your feelings and concerns. Lastly, do not underestimate the power of rest. Pregnancy can be taxing on the body. Adequate sleep and rest can help you maintain your energy levels and support your body's needs during this transformative time. Remember, every pregnancy is unique. What works for one may not work for all. So be kind to yourself, listen to your body, and embrace the journey. After all, the best gift you can give your child is a healthy start to life. In conclusion, while it's natural to have a preference, nature has its own way of balancing things out. We've explored common misconceptions, the science behind gender determination, and whether it's possible to influence your baby's gender. We've learned there's no guaranteed method to conceive a baby boy, but leading a healthy lifestyle can boost overall fertility. Thank you for joining us on the Dr. Nguyen YouTube channel. Stay healthy, stay informed, and remember, every child is a blessing regardless of their gender.